welcome to another episode of Headline Canada. आज दे स्पेशल एपिसोड ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੋਕੇਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਬੈਸਟ ਮੂਮੈਂਟਸ ਆਫ 2017 ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਫਿਲਮ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ, ਰੈੱਡ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਫਿਲਮ ਸਕਰੀਨਿੰਗਸ ਅਤੇ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊਜ਼ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਝ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ ਖਾਸ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਵਿੱਚ। ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਫਿਲਮ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ 2017 ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਇੱਕ ਫੰਡ ਰੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ। ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਹਰ ਜਰਨੀ ਕੈਂਪੇਨ ਦਾ ਮਕਸਦ ਸੀ ਕੈਮਰੇ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਤੇ ਕੈਮਰੇ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਔਰਤਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਕਿੱਲਸ, ਪਾਰਟਿਸਿਪੇਸ਼ਨ ਅਤੇ ਓਪਰਚੁਨਿਟੀਜ਼ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕਰਨਾ। ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਹਰ ਜਰਨੀ ਕੈਂਪੇਨ ਦੇ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਲਈ ਕਈ ਸੈਲੀਬ੍ਰਿਟੀਜ਼ ਨੇ ਰੈੱਡ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਤੇ ਵਾਕ ਕੀਤੀ। ਇਸ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਦੀ ਗੈਸਟ ਆਫ ਆਨਰ ਸੀ ਬਾਲੀਵੁੱਡ ਐਕਟਰੈਸ ਪ੍ਰਿਯੰਕਾ ਚੋਪੜਾ। 42ਵੇਂ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਫਿਲਮ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਐਨੂਅਲ ਫੰਡ ਰੇਜ਼ਰ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ। ਟਿਫ ਬੈਲ ਲਾਈਟ ਬਾਕਸ ਵਿਖੇ ਰੈੱਡ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਉੱਤੇ ਕਈ ਸੈਲੀਬ੍ਰਿਟੀਜ਼ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਰੰਗੀਨ ਬਣਾਇਆ। ਇਸ ਐਨੂਅਲ ਫੰਡ ਰੇਜ਼ਰ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਾਲੀਵੁੱਡ ਐਕਟਰੈਸ ਪ੍ਰਿਯੰਕਾ ਚੋਪੜਾ ਨੂੰ ਗੈਸਟ ਆਫ ਆਨਰ ਵਜੋਂ ਸੱਦਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ।
About 34% of the films in this year's festival are directed by women. We only had 14% of the submissions directed by women. So we're really pushing women as much as we can. And the quality is very, very high. And we want to put that focus, make sure the international community is aware of the great films, the wonderful films, the sensitive films, the commercially viable films that women are actually directing right now.
Women are so important. We are more than half the world. And साडा जितना talent है, but difficulties भी बड़ी हैं. So to break that barrier is so important. So I want जो भी आज देख रहे हैं, please to support us, support women जो कुछ बनना चाहते हैं. Don't pull them down. That's very important.
They always say that you have to work twice as hard, right, to get to the same place. If filmmaking is already an impossible task, and to make a living at it is an impossible task. So, as a young female voice, you're faced with an impossible task and doubling that in a way. So, my advice is, if you can endure and get through that, you will be twice as strong as any man in this business.
ਇਸ ਮੌਕੇ ਕਈ ਇੰਡੋ-ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਐਕਟਰਸ, ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਰਸ ਵੀ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਸਨ।
बहुत ही वधिया इनिशिएटिव है कि women in film and supporting that. So I always say women are the stronger than men anyways. So but it's just amazing to be here. For the young ladies out there, जो young artists हैं, it's so important for them कि इस तरह जब platform होए, it's amazing to see that.
This is a great initiative. It's about time कि साडे ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਲੋਕੀ ਸਾਡੇ industry ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ or and anywhere else they get a chance to support women, and this is a great initiative that TIFF is launching, and I hope that everybody else follows suit as well.
ਜ਼ਿਕਰਯੋਗ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਕਿਕ ਆਫ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਹਰ ਜਰਨੀ ਕੈਂਪੇਨ ਨੂੰ ਸੈਲੀਬ੍ਰੇਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਇਸ ਕੈਂਪੇਨ ਦਾ ਮਕਸਦ ਹੈ ਔਰਤਾਂ ਦੀ ਪਾਰਟਿਸਿਪੇਸ਼ਨ, ਸਕਿੱਲਸ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਓਪਰਚੁਨਿਟੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਇਨਕਰੀਜ਼ ਕਰਨਾ। ਕੈਮਰਾ ਪਰਸਨ ਮਨਿੰਦਰ ਜਸਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਸਲੀਨ ਕਾਲਰਾ, PTC ਨਿਊਜ਼, ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ, ਕੈਨੇਡਾ। ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਇਸ ਫਿਲਮ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਕਟਰੈਸ ਪ੍ਰਿਯੰਕਾ ਚੋਪੜਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਿਊਸ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਸਿੱਕੀਮੀਜ਼ ਫਿਲਮ ਪਹੂਨਾ ਦਾ ਵਰਲਡ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਕੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਫਿਲਮ ਦੀ ਕਹਾਣੀ? ਇਸ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਐਕਟਰੈਸ ਪ੍ਰਿਯੰਕਾ ਚੋਪੜਾ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਖਾਸ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ।
Very warm welcome to PTC Punjabi. So today we are actually supporting the campaign for the female voices. Can you share your thoughts with us?
Well, I'm very excited to be a part of TIFF Share Her Journey campaign and to be honoured here for my work. But I think it's such an important conversation. Everybody keeps talking about how far women have come and what feminism stands for. But really, how far have we come? We haven't too much. There's a big conversation still to be had, opportunities that need to be given to our girls. I was very, very blessed. My father comes from Ambala, and I was very blessed to have parents that gave me an upbringing which didn't differentiate between my brother and me, which is why I can stand here today and have a conversation with you about it. But अपनी लड़कियों को वो power और position या वो अपने पैरों पे खड़े होने का अगर हम वो उनको देते हैं, तब वो लड़कियां कितनी दूर जाएंगी। सिर्फ अपने आप को नहीं, अपनी फैमिली को भी साथ में लेकर जाएंगी। एंड आई थिंक दैट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज अ वुमन मेक्स अ फैमिली कम टुगेदर।
And what do you think how important these kind of initiatives are?
Extremely important, क्योंकि तब बात सुनते हैं लोग, and then they'll have that conversation, and at least they will understand that, oh my God, this is happening. and that we need to be able to give our women another platform. So it's an amazing opportunity.
And how you feel being part of it?
I'm very excited to be honored. I mean, there have been some wonderful people who were honored before me, and I'm extremely excited to be here with meeting so many fans and so many of you.
And can you tell us how excited you are for Pahuna?
बेचारी मेरी बड़ी छोटी सी फिल्म है सिक्किम से कभी कोई फिल्म नहीं आई है This is the first film that's ever been made in Sikkim, and my main leads are two kids who are from a small village in Sikkim who've never acted before, but it's an extremely important movie, and I'm very happy about it. My director is Paki Tyrewala. She's a first-time director, female director again. So I'm trying to do things which push this whole thing a little forward. So let's see.
One last question. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਫਿਲਮ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਿਊਸ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ any ਪੰਜਾਬੀ movies coming?
हाँ जी, मैं दूसरी भी पंजाबी पिक्चर बना रही हूँ अभी. I can't tell you much about it, but it should come out by next year. We have just greenlit it. अभी तक सरवन की थी हमने, अभी एक और कर रहे हैं.
Thank you so much for joining us. It was pleasure interviewing you.
11 ਦਿਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਚੱਲਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਫਿਲਮ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ origin ਦੀਆਂ ਲਗਭਗ 5 ਫਿਲਮਾਂ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਖਾਈਆਂ ਗਈਆਂ। ਬਾਲੀਵੁੱਡ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਰ ਹੰਸਲ ਮਹਿਤਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਫਿਲਮ ਓਮੇਰਤਾ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਇਸ ਫਿਲਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਕਟਰ ਰਾਜਕੁਮਾਰ ਰਾਓ ਲੀਡ ਰੋਲ ਨਿਭਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਸ ਫਿਲਮ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਫੀ ਪਸੰਦ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਬਾਲੀਵੁੱਡ ਦੇ ਨਿਰਦੇਸ਼ਕ ਹੰਸਲ ਮਹਿਤਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਫਿਲਮ ਓਮੇਰਤਾ ਦਾ ਵਰਲਡ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਬੀਤੇ ਦਿਨੀ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਫਿਲਮ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਇਸ ਫਿਲਮ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਮੋਟ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਫਿਲਮ ਦੇ ਲੀਡ ਐਕਟਰ ਰਾਜਕੁਮਾਰ ਰਾਓ ਸਣੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਕਾਸਟ ਮੈਂਬਰਸ ਵੀ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਸਨ। ਜ਼ਿਕਰਯੋਗ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਫਿਲਮ ਇੱਕ ਸੱਚੀ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕਾਫੀ ਪਸੰਦ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ।
So I would like to know what inspired you to choose this subject, Omerta, and what the story is about.
Well, it is about Omar Sheikh, the man who is accused in the murder of the Wall Street Journal reporter Daniel Pearl. And this is a story that actor Mukul Dev gave me in the year 2005. The story stayed with me for 12 years, and it's kismat ki baat hai. It happened now.
Mr. Mehta, जब भी हम कोई प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं, we always face some of difficulties. इस मूवी को करते करते आपने कौन सी difficulties face करी, and how did you decided that Rajkumar Rao is a perfect character for this movie?
Rajkumar Rao मतलब is somebody I work with. पिछले 5 साल से मैंने उसके साथ 4 फिल्में की है, तो he is somebody that is a logical choice for my films. I write characters for him, and बाकी डिफिकल्टीज तो अब पिक्चर अभी बाकी है।
ਫਿਲਮ ਸ਼ਾਹਿਦ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਐਕਟਰ ਰਾਜਕੁਮਾਰ ਰਾਓ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਦੂਜੀ ਫਿਲਮ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਫਿਲਮ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਲੈਕਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਫਿਲਮ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਗਭਗ 5 ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਫਿਲਮਸ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਖਾਈਆਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਕੈਮਰਾ ਪਰਸਨ ਮਨਿੰਦਰ ਜਸਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਸਲੀਨ ਕਾਲਰਾ, PTC ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ, ਕੈਨੇਡਾ। ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ ਚਾਹੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਹੋਵੇ, ਫਿਲਮ ਸਕਰੀਨਿੰਗਸ ਅਤੇ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊਜ਼ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਤਜ਼ਾਰ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਰੈੱਡ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਮੂਵਮੈਂਟ ਦਾ, ਜਦ ਫੈਨਸ ਆਪਣੇ ਫੇਵਰੇਟ ਸਟਾਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਨੇ। ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਜਾਰਜ ਕਲੂਨੀ, ਐਂਜਲੀਨਾ ਜੋਲੀ, ਕੇਟ ਵਿੰਸਲੇਟ ਸਣੇ ਕਈ ਸਟਾਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਰੈੱਡ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਤੇ ਵੇਖਣ ਲਈ ਵੱਡੀ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕੀ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ। ਆਓ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵਿਖਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਰੈੱਡ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਦੀਆਂ ਕੁਝ ਝਲਕੀਆਂ। ब्रेक तो बाद भी टोरंटो इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल दियां एक खास झलकियां जारी रहणगियां जल्द हाजिर होंदियां। ब्रेक तो बाद थोड़े सारे दा एक बार फिर तो स्वागत है। एक खास पेशकश चल रही है टोरंटो इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल ते। इस साल इस फिल्म फेस्टिवल दे विच डायरेक्टर रीमा दास वालों डायरेक्ट की गई इंडियन फिल्म विलेज रॉकस्टार अकेली अजिही भारतीय फिल्म सी जिसनों कंपटीशन सैक्शन डिस्कवरी हेठ कैटेगराइज्ड किया गया। यह फिल्म दी डायरेक्शन, प्रोडक्शन, एडिटिंग अते कैमरा सारा कुछ डायरेक्टर रीमा दास वालों आप किया गया। की आइडिया सी इस फिल्म नूं तैयार करन पिछे इस संबंधी डायरेक्टर रीमा दास ने साडे नाल कीती खास गलबात। टोरंटो इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल दे विच इंडियन फिल्म विलेज रॉकस्टार अकेली अजिही फिल्म है जिसनों कंपटीशन सैक्शन डिस्कवरी हेठ कैटेगराइज्ड किया गया है। असम की यह फिल्म कहानी है एक 10 साल बच्ची की जो अपने आप नूं मुंडिया के बराबर समझती है तो उसका एक अपना सपना है कि उसका एक गिटार होवे। टोरंटो इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल दे विच इस फिल्म नूं वर्ल्ड प्रीमियर किया गया है। इस संबंधी साडे नाल गलबात लई मौजूद ने डायरेक्टर, सिनेमेटोग्राफर, एडिटर एंड प्रोड्यूसर रीमा दास। Hi, very warm welcome to PDC Punjabi.
Sat Shri Akal.
Sat Shri Akal. Before I start, I would like to tell you I've seen this film and it is so amazing, so beautiful. How did you get inspired for this film? How did the idea come to your mind?
This idea came when I went to shoot my first film in my village, Man with the Binoculars, and during that time I came across with these children in my village, and they were performing in a local gathering, and I saw them, I loved it, and that's how we started. Yes.
How was your reaction when you got to know that your film will be competing with the best films across the world? It got selected for Toronto International Film Festival.
Yes, I was completely overwhelmed, and it was like this is the day, like for this day I am like working last almost 4-5 years. Okay, so it was always my dream to be in this top festivals from the world, like so. Toronto it's very prestigious, and it is one of the like largest, and this is the like one of the top 4 festivals in the world. Yes. So it's amazing. Yeah.
Ms. Reema, हम अपने दर्शकों को ये भी बताना चाहेंगे कि this film has been directed by you, written by you, you have produced it, you have edited it, and then you took the shots as well. कैसे किया आपने ये सब?
कैसे किया मैंने अभी ये बताना मुश्किल है कि मैंने कैसे किया, ये हो गया. आप जब कुछ चाहते हो करने के लिए, when you want something to achieve, then and when there is no other resources, you know, like to help, because I was doing my first film, like my first film, that one also I was producing. So it was difficult for me to like gather fund for my second film.
Yeah.
So that was the main reason. And my family, I'm very blessed that my family is very supportive. And since I'm not belong to any film schools, so these two are like kind of a film school for me. So
Yes.
mostly I wanted to learn. I wanted to just achieve something. I wanted to experiment something new. And I'm not bound with any theories.
Yes.
So I don't believe that there are like filmmaking rules, you know. So that was also one of the reason. And somewhere when I was doing my first film, then certain limitations were there. And then I thought, like, I wanted to do something alone, and I want to have that complete freedom to do it. So I just took this challenge, and I'm so happy that we made it.
Absolutely.
Right.
And whenever we actually start doing a project, we always face difficulties. या आपने अपनी
Right.
direction की, या बच्चों के साथ cope up करने की बात करी है. What were the other difficulties you faced, and how long did it take to finish the movie?
Other difficulties is like when I am shooting alone, there is freedom is there, okay,
Yes.
but there are limitations also. One is you forget about the fund, okay, that is the major part. That's apart from that, like lights, because I had to work in available lights.
Yes.
So it was not possible without like artificial help, like lights, reflectors and all, to
Yes.
work in the harsh light.
Absolutely.
So I have to follow that, you know, like the right timing to shoot.
Yeah.
That was one thing. So sometimes, like, and because in my film that there is real rains, flood, everything is there. So sometimes what happened is, like, because I was busy with my first film, doing my post-production,
Yes.
then my film started traveling. It was in Mumbai Film Festival last year, then Tallinn Black Nights.
Yeah.
So I had to do other things also. So that is the reason. What happened is I had like, okay, 5 to 10 like kind of rain sequences, but I missed.
Yes.
I was not able to stay during that period in my village, so I had to wait for the next year to get that
Yeah.
rain. And even with flood also that happens.
Wow,
Because
yes.
this kind of difficulties, and to maintain the continuity, you know, it's a fiction, it's a story,
Absolutely.
it is not a documentary.
Yes.
So you have to follow that, you have to follow the story, you have to follow that continuity with dress and location and many small things.
Exactly.
And sometimes I wanted something, sequence like scenes just before like sunset time, and in our place, like that time is only for 5-10 minutes, and we are shooting, is gone. The
Yeah.
next day we are not getting the sunset, the
Yeah.
view.
Yeah.
So for that I had to go there and wait, like, no, today I'm not getting that exact that view. Then so these were the difficulties I was
lot of
facing.
changes in weather as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
and mostly my main protagonists, they are children, so they had their exams. Sometimes
Yes.
they had their like schools, so I didn't want them to skip their schools. So I have to choose, like, I have to shoot after school.
Yes.
Once they reach home, then sometimes in the morning.
Wow.
So yeah, many things, but yeah, it was a difficult journey,
Yeah.
but it was amazing.
I would say a
Yes,
lot of
yeah.
difficulties, and then you
Yes.
got the best result because people are really liking it. It's your first film in the TIFF, and they are really liking it.
Because I was very stubborn, like I remained all the time very stubborn, and I am very happy that I was always like kind of a I was true to my vision. I never compromised. Okay, it took me 3 years, but I just wanted to get what I just wanted to achieve, right? I was just working towards it. So maybe that is the reason, and I was very honest making this film, yeah. And yeah, that connection of the children, and their also the power of innocence and their honesty also worked. I think it also helped me. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Talking about your future projects, what we can see next?
A love story. Yes, it will be a love story, right?
Wow.
With my first film, Man with the Binoculars, it was my main protagonist. He was 65 years, retired geography teacher, and now second film is a 10-year-old girl and the boys. And next should be a love story, right?
We'll wait for it. So,
thank you so much.
So far what I've experienced is by interviewing you that you are a great example for women, and you're a very good example for women empowerment. So what message you have for our viewers, especially for girls, to support the female voice, to raise their voice?
To raise their voice is like, I'm also born and brought up in India, right? And to tell the truth, it's not easy for girls.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's not easy. I have also I have gone through like many hardship in my life, and it was tough, but you have to be tough from within. You know, you have to be brave. You just have to be brave, and you have to believe in your dreams, you know. That's it. You have to believe, and you have to, like, if you're, like, you strongly believe in something, yeah, you can achieve it, and there will be hardship.
Absolutely.
It never a smooth road ahead, right?
Yes.
So if you want to achieve, then just like you have to achieve.
Yes.
You have to go through it, but I know that the you cannot escape from all those hardship, yeah, difficulties, but you just have to believe. You know, if you want it, then you have to do it. That's it. Like, yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. It was really a pleasure to interview you, and we wish you all the best for your future.
Thank you so much. It was lovely and pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Talking to you. Thank you.
ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਫਿਲਮ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਖਰੀ ਦਿਨ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਅਵਾਰਡਸ ਦਾ। 11 ਦਿਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਫਿਲਮ ਸਕਰੀਨਿੰਗ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਕੈਟੇਗਰੀਜ਼ ਹੇਠ ਬੈਸਟ ਫਿਲਮਸ ਲਈ VOTING ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਗ੍ਰੌਲਸ਼ ਪੀਪਲਸ ਚੋਇਸ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਰ ਮਾਰਟਿਨ ਮੈਕਡੋਨਗ ਦੀ ਫਿਲਮ 3 ਬਿਲਬੋਰਡਸ ਆਊਟਸਾਈਡ ਐਬਿੰਗ ਮਿਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਹੈ।
The second runner-up is Luca Guadagnino's Call Me By Your Name. The first runner-up is Craig Gillespie's I, Tonya. And I'm very pleased to announce that the 2017 Grolsch People's Choice Award goes to Martin McDonough's 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Now, Martin can't be here, but he has just sent us this message. Oh boy, I just woke up to the news of the Audience Award in Toronto, and it's thrilling. Because as much as we had a lovely time in Canada, and as much as it seemed like the audience is a good time too, you never really know if a story that's as heartfelt, but also as outrageous and funny and unusual as ours, has really connected to, you know, real people. So it's brilliant to hear that it has. Thank you. That's it.
That's all. Congratulations to all the award winners today. On behalf of TIFF, thank you for joining us at this year's festival and for being here. And of course, planning for our next festival begins right away, like tomorrow. So mark your calendars. We'll see you back here in Toronto, September 6th to the 16th, 2018, for our 43rd festival.
ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਫਿਲਮ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਿਸਮ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਵੱਖਰਾ ਅਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੈਸਟੀਜੀਅਸ ਫਿਲਮ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਹਰ ਸਾਲ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਿਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਯਾਦਗਾਰ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਸਾਬਿਤ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਐਸੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਖਾਸ ਪੇਸ਼ਕਸ਼ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਫਿਲਮ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ 2017 ਤੇ ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਡੀ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਖਾਸ ਪੇਸ਼ਕਸ਼ ਪਸੰਦ ਆਈ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ। ਅਗਲੇ ਹਫ਼ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋਵਾਂਗੇ ਇੱਕ ਨਵੇਂ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਅਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਨਵੇਂ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦਿਓ ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ। ਧੰਨਵਾਦ।